There's more to life. Eternal.
Sure, spend freely.
Wanting more. Ill tidings manifest.
Another.
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Death.
Ill fate is dead. There.
Bring forth the gleam of old blades.
Some value, I eternal.
Hedge your bets. It's on me.
Ill tidings manifest. Existence is unity. What do you want to know?
Ill fate is dead.
Another journey.
Storms on the horizon. Stream forth. Gleam of old blades.
Oh. Eternal.
Spend freely. Again.
Ill tidings manifest. Free will, or was it?
Sure, I'll play along.
Destiny. I weep for the departed. It will shall fall.
Hedge your bets. Another journey.
Grace and elegance.
Sure, I'll play. It's on me.
Ill fate is dead.
That's half the work. No water to uplift. I weep for the departed. It is my fault.
Grace and elegance.
3 and 4. The gleam of old blades.
There's more to existence of unity.
Hedge your bets. Spend freely.
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill tidings manifest.
Again. Oh. I weep for the departed. It is my fault. Watch your head.
Some value.
Again. Oh.
What do you want to know?
Enjoying
Watch your head.
There's more.
Head.
Видно бацаня.
Oh, eternal.
It's on me.
What do you want to know? Ill fate is dead.
Beh,
Some value, I
Free will. I weep for the departed.
hanno un po' di scudo.
It is my fault. Destiny for a blade.
Grace and elegance.
Sure. Spend freely.
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill tidings manifest.
Enough.
There's more to life.
Hedge your bets. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Some value, I
Sure. It's on me.
enjoying yourself.
Oh.
There's
Ah,
more to life. Eternal.
What do you want to know?
hai visto?
Free will, or was it no water to uplift?
Sì, chi?
Storms on the horizon.
Sound lingers.
Stream 4.
Existence of unity. Oh,
Destiny isn't ill fate, you say. Another journey destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again.
Hedge your bets.
Ah, então.
Watch your head. The dice have bust,
Esqueci de curar.
or maybe I'll take
Curar
it
não,
all.
fazer escudo.
All
Again. What do you want to know? Ill tidings manifest. Free will, or was it still waters of oblivion? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's on me.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal.
Ah.
Vou escolher essas bênçãos para vencer a batalha. Esse aqui. Não. Eu vou usar a ressonância com a minha abundância, aparecerá na ordem de ação. Tem um... batalha. Agora eu acho que acabou.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Oh,
Spend freely.
every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
The dice have been bust, or maybe I'll take it all. All
Ill tidings manifest. Free will, or what still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Great and elegant.
Sure, I'll.
Death. Destined for oblivion.
Somehow eternal.
It's on me.
What? Another still waters of oblivion.
There's more to life.
Hedge your bets. Ah.
Destiny isn't ill fate, you said.
Destined for oblivion.
Cadê? Dano crítico. Vai esse. Esse aqui. Esse aqui. Esse aqui. Esse aqui. Esse aqui.
Storms on the horizon.
Feeling lucky.
Sound wind.
Make a wish. Stream forth.
Existence is unity. Oh.
Again. Ill tidings manifest.
Some value, I suppose.
Spend freely.
Again. I weep.
Ah, eu usei, não precisava.
It gives no fall.
Tava aqui da pouquinho.
Every petal in life's all will be swept away by the wind.
Memories are ever changing. Beneath the water lies an endless abyss.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
What do you want to know? Ill fate, you said.
Eternal.
Sure, it's on me.
Essa.
I weep for the departed. It gives no fall. Destiny. Ill tidings manifest.
Destiny for oblivion. Head up. Watch your head.
Memories of beneath the water lies an endless abyss. Still waters uplifting.
Eles cortam a pena.
There's more to life. Existence is unity. Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It gives no fall.
Sure, I'll play along. Watch your head.
Muitos.
Some value, I suppose.
Tá bem.
Destiny is ill fate, you said.
Destiny for oblivion. Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It gives no fall.
O dano foi uma porcaria. Meu Deus do céu.
There's more to life.
Free will or was it still waters uplifting?
Agora
Memories
morre.
are beneath the water lies an endless abyss. Another blood debt repaid.
Não, ainda tem. Agora foi tudo. Ah, faltou um ainda. Vamos.
Oh dear, it's Mr. Sunday! Oh, Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see if I just reached out my hand? Yeah. Look it, but it's no big deal. They told me not to sell everything I had.
Selling everything you had.
Why? Can't you see? It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no work.
Is this...
Huh?
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's Avenue can be dangerous. How about I ask a bloodhound?
Oh, yeah, that's it. See you around, Mr. Sunday.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions.
I suppose you have a point.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value. However, value...
Are you suggesting that...
Exactly. But I run the survival of the fittest. No tragedies
Perhaps that may...
Yes.
Atribuição já foi? Daqui a 2 horas.
Glad to meet you again. You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so...
But if this went on forever...
Nah, not every day. You get to wear fancy clothes, explore...
But... you know...
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control.
I see.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's...
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that...
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in the...
Well...
However...
No. The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. Can't believe... You're right.
A philosophical...
Oh, not at all.
It's my pleasure.
And then... They have my physical body, my true appearance. Huh. I hope you know...
So... you'll be living forever in this...
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. My world has been torn apart. And my life could end any second.
That old man's story.
That's precisely why that...
However... even this...
There will be a way out.
Look what we have here. A lovely young...
Brother! What a surprise.
Show yourself.
É a guria lá
I
dele.
heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation.
Barely. The
Sparkle.
people here are way too gullible. A little...
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. You should be thanking me. Because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess... Penacony...
That was a personal...
The Charmony Festival? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure lovely Robin
Chicken little
knows
boy.
what you're carrying on stage. Penacony, the land.
Stop it.
What's the?
Our paradise is none of your
All right, I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain? Well, I've done my part. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them, and it'll be...
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon.
Aí eu tô com o time trocado. Pera aí. Cadê o negócio do time? Vai aqui, ó. Ação rápida. Ah, tá. A Brônia. Bota ela. Oxi. Agora sim.
Let's wait here for the Dream Master.
Okay. By the way, it seems like a lot is...
Well, someone has to...
But that someone doesn't have to be the paradise in our dream. Penacony is nothing more than a dream.
Remember the old man?
That might be true, but
Ai.
even with that path, is Penacony granting these people a future?
Well, don't forget, the future for humanity is like the sky for birds. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters, because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left,
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
but here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a... That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and...
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, The majority of ordinary people, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external force.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong.
O trem lá no
The
canto.
weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. Human nature, in the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. Gopherwood, if I could become a court member.
I see.
Don't you?
Of course I do. It's just that
Then let's build a stage there and invite everyone.
it's a.
Yeah, it's a deal.
Maybe.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now?
Since he's already carried out his last wish. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude? Staking everybody. You have the numbers. And in numbers comes strength.
Got any more encouraging word?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Penacony is our rival's home turf. We're more familiar with the
That's right. But the problem is, so no one's gonna say anything?
Você é Marcinho, que eu conheço, ela sabe alguma coisa.
Why are you speaking like the general of the Law Fu? So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives. So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through.
So they're still running this thing, huh?
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time.
Should we ever cross paths?
All right.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorched Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream chasers shine, all under the watchful eye of the entire universe. You have ambition.
Oh, wow, they've really outdone them.
Behold, here come four friends with spirits high and full of steel. Are you aspiring to be the superstars of the festival?
Excuse me, you four.
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be
Your journey is long and fraught with peril, yet under a sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
Onde é que ela veio parar, velho?
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brother Lance's focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be winners, but if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
people are pouring in. Kind of
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way. Make. Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons. And allow me to introduce myself.
Hello, everybody.
Que virou isso aqui?
Don't you can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is
A galáxia. Seu amiguinho, que isso, os diálogos. Realmente é uma boa ideia ter um show de talentos nessa hora crucial da história.
given the situation, this is our best hope. But let's just hello everyone. I'm Art 7. Hello everyone. I'm Firefly.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound. Grab a bottle of Soul Glad. Make your dreams a glad.
Que massa, velho. Eu dou esse toque pra ter um ataque epilético.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This man
Opa.
is a miniature representation of Cat's life.
Caralho. Que isso?
Nameless, you're around once. During
Uma
a
vez que eu ia
particularly
com
grueling day, I passed out
Pronto,
and was resuscitated
diga.
by a drink from Mr. Sousa. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge.
Será que o Penacony agora tem a os começos da petição? Caralho. Última que ele vai levar a surra aqui. Eu sinto meu coração. Já.
That's the
Hello everyone.
trailblazing into the
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have a
a wonderful wish. Miss Himmel,
Safety for.
waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to and in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defeated. Those are the rules. Simple.
Aí o quebra-pau começa quando?
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival, March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long.
Fine by me. All right.
Como é que eu faço dupla palavra? Tô contigo. Aí eu vim tranquilo.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Não corre não. Ih, tô lento, nem sei o que eu tô fazendo. Caralho, olha o fundo, velho. Isso.
In the school now.
Agora virou uma mesa de pinball. Ah, porra. Adicione a área de desafio.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline of a script. These 3 scripts were written by the legendary... Your task is to bring those moments to life. Find the right words.
Palavras certas e uma atuação convincente para permitir emoções da história.
Oh, also, a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair.
We are running out of time, so let's get...
Deixa eu dar uma olhadinha aqui em volta pra ver se não tem baú. Opa. Nada. Aqui não ergueu. Acho que já era, já foi isso mesmo. É, dá pra ser. Eu junto para vocês, assim. Ok?
Envision that you both,
Pega só
driven by
lutar.
the spirit of exploration, are arriving at the land of dreams that is Penacony for the first time. But instead of lush lands, you find yourselves amidst swirling sand. You're driving an old clunker through the... Now, Mr. Greyhair,
Você usaria para expressar sua decepção com o pedal. Chinfrim. Um 7, caralho.
No, that's not right. You're trying to express disappointment.
very good. Now, though you're disappointed,
This is great.
Yeah.
I love living on the...
very good, very intense. And then we cut to the store suddenly. Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line will best express your support?
Expressar. Fala, expressa melhor sua surpresa.
But at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the
Perhaps we were never meant to see.
Fantastic! Both of you have an incredible. Up next, you'll be challenged with a.
I hope these tests won't take too long.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for you. Picking up from where we left off, a heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the air. At this moment, what?
Nesse momento, o que você deve fazer para conseguir uma risada dela? Levantar-se. Ixi. Vamos lá primeiro.
You seriously think that would make someone laugh?
Tá porra. Aí é foda também, né?
The test
Ó.
now is about body language.
Ah, meu Deus do céu, velho.
Right answer. Your companion sees you
Eu pensei
rolling
de
out of the
primeira,
sand
mas
and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey. She can't help but let loose a laugh. A tug at the heartstrings.
não achei que contava como expressão corporal.
The heavy rain leads you both to sense
De repente,
a
estar com
business
essa vida.
opportunity. So
Charada.
you start venturing into the umbrella
Faz
industry.
isso melhor por cidade.
Just as the business begins to pick up,
Aí o negócio começa a melhorar, os concorrentes começam a anunciar no mercado
squeezing your market share.
mercadorias baratas, esperando sua margem de lucro. Meu Deus do céu!
Choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be
Que virou isso
sold at
aqui?
loss. This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives your business to the brink of bankruptcy. At this moment, what would
Essa
you
edição autodestrutiva quase leva seu negócio à falência.
decide to do?
Faria recusando-se a admitir a derrota. É expressão corporal ainda, né? Ricardo Perry dá uma pancada na mesa.
Fantastic. But it's a pity your friend does not agree. Seeing that you're up to your eyeballs in debt.
I leave Penacony in utter.
Of course. However, the true test is yet to.
Dá pra dar a volta. Ah, não dá. Subir lá. Ó, o bichinho. Levantar as escadas. Nota máxima. Será que se eu passar por aqui, ela vai comigo? Não?
No dirty tricks, all right?
Eternal.
Sure, I'll play. It's on me.
Destiny isn't chosen. That's half the work. I weep for the departed. It is your fault.
Eu nem precisava ter botado o buff de novo. Tanto faz.
Grace and elegance. Destiny is apparent. Ill fate is said. Another Another blood debt repair.
Aqui. Oxi. Esse aqui de novo? Não, também não. Não mexe nada. Como é que eu vou mexer nisso aqui? Aqui, ó. Ah, esqueci.
Welcome to the fun. Two companions arrive on Penacony
Penacony.
with nothing but a dream. Their desire for achievement is met with continued many years later.
Depois cruzam
Cross once more in the
mais uma vez na
thriving
próxima
Penacony.
Penacony. Eles se recusam a reconhecer o porquê. Xuxa capenga. Eu estou vendendo o almoço para comprar a janta. Ela viveu uma vida normal. Eu estou levando uma vida normal e ela virou uma falida com o nome no Serasa. Meu Deus do céu. E agora, expressão corporal? Não, não mais, né? Caralho. Ah, vamos nessa aqui.
Against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony, the joy of give it a shot. Try and convey.
Is this ever going to end?
Oxi, deu ruim.
Your performance.
Calma, raiva, feliz. Deixa uma felicidade aí.
I never imagined that such a sad scene could be portrayed by you.
Huh? But we have it brilliant. Beautiful. We have passed
Agora deu bom.
We ought to hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
Não tem nada.
Congrats to look at the time.
That
out event. You have the option to now. Welcome to the enchanting universe created. It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Clark, enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and part.
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right?
Vamos, vamos, pelo amor de Deus, cara. É um bichinho. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Aqui. Pelo amor de Deus. É a hora pra essas coisas. Na verdade, eu tinha dito que você ajuda a gente. Pronto, Tem que achar. Meu Deus, eu tenho que pegar um negócio ainda. Achei que eu ia virar personagem de novo. Cadê a caixa? Não, tinha um bichinho ali. Ah, podia ter derrubado o vaso do cara. Volta. Vai tomar. Porra. Esse.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Isso aqui era a TV. Não. Esse aqui. Banquinho. E o último.
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
Pode. Acho que ia ter alguma coisa pra pegar aqui. Vou ter que virar.
Is that
É, sabia.
What exactly? It's Clocky?
In Dreamville, Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we need that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just... Sheesh. Well, here we go again.
Bora então.
No, last we spot break.
But...
Guess what?
Tava... Ah, mano. Que isso? Bati na cadeira. Volta, vamos ver se vai aparecer.
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right?
Daquele lado.
He wasn't lying.
Força
There's
na mesa.
actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the Soaring Locust too.
Bom.
Careful.
É, tá de zoeira comigo, cara. Meu Deus.
Here we go again. That should...
Deixa eu ver se dá pra entrar aqui. Foda.
Well, that's,
Isso não. Ah. Um passarinho.
Congratulations to both of you. Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar in the finals. Welcome to the third...
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Feeling lucky.
Make a wish.
Sounds linger.
A gente. Quem que é o boss do azul, então?
Are you a knight of...
Ah, bom, será que tá falando da Aventurine?
Existence is unity.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Oh?
Spend freely.
Destiny isn't true. Ill-tidings men!
Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Still water uplifted.
The flesh wound. Confess. Put forth all your might.
Some value.
Bear witness. Till the duel commence.
Memories of beneath the water lies an endless abyss. Free will or destiny uplifted. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
There's more to life. Eternal.
It's on me.
Pledge thine loyalty.
Watch your head.
Put forth all your might.
What do you want to know?
Another journey begins. Still water uplifted. The dice have been cast.
Me mata?
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Não.
Put forth all your might.
Again. Watch it.
Behold, this symbol of pure. You are fighting a gentleman.
Agora foi.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Mais umas. Meu Deus do céu.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Eye. On behalf of the
Sunday.
organizers,
Acho que é agora a luta com ele.
extend my sincere congratulations to Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure that. However, this reward is not. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail, a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all.
Dystopia.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival that I...
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of...
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony, do you have...
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this...
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the bat. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me in question?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please see.
Let us begin. There is
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their...
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than...
Never.
Then, a final. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your...
Just a moment. I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great...
Perfectly harmonize it. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the... Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the... Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a...
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, Please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony.
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True within the foundation of law.
Porra, não tô entendendo nada, velho.
Establishes
O que tá
civilization,
acontecendo?
and through
Entra
harmony,
na ordem. Uma confusão do caralho.
To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time.
You should know that these actions make you an...
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone and have been widely observed. Patience is a virtue. However, I won't hold it against you.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them...
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong, natural selection. The world abides by this principle. Established.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon?
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful... I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the astral... So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace us.
Huh?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also mean now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand. Let's begin. The first decision. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging, that baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you. Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net with or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost. I eagerly await your answer.
eu ver o que é.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but based on, even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. Back to the question. I would personally, no special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at him? If it were me, after all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something.
Tá, aqui construir a gaiola. Construir um ninho. Vamos de ninho.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, from what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The vesicle scorpion. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. This story happened when I was appointed as. It was during that period. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. He told me. I sold everything I could. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune. After hearing the dream chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
a dream chaser story. If I acted out of combat, what?
This question. Sure, I'd probably choose to ask them.
Todo mundo vai pedir pra acessar a caça.
Seems illegal. He sold his kids to chase a dream. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home.
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unknown. Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definitive no. As to your choice, I once again offer my. And the story this time. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travel.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct?
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this she hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, by the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward.
Those damned savages!
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments.
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Likewise, I've prepared one last question, because this is merely a figment of imagination. A night, would you still support Robin's...
Peraí. Deixa eu ver o que a Rímico vai falar.
I often feel like I've dreamt of their confusion and fear are lucid to me. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, with each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away?
I am now aware of everyone's Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. Because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis, that is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stress, and it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stall. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of...
It sounds...
But... what is the...
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, some...
awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature.
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you... We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before.
What is...
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know. But
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from, so I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha.
I don't know much about dream bubbles. But if you want to figure out what this mansion is,
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place... Exactly. This is where you and Fire... The question now is... We're drawing closer to the truth once more.
All right, but...
I guess... maybe this way? I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Tem nada aqui.
Weird. If I remember correctly. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box. Hold on.
This could be since this place.
Yeah.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he?
I'm sorry. I don't know much of
Anything special about that?
Mikhail is...
Grandpa? Do you...
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. Could you tell us more about...
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing... So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And it's... So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some noise.
You and...
Yeah. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts...
Sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass?
The compass is a...
That's a great story.
Huh? Weird. I clearly remember...
Perhaps Clocky had.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is.
The water every time I gaze at the
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah. I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, he often said that those moments felt like returning to his family.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
Cobrando muitos sentimentos.
Hey, don't tease. I was just being a bit...
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain...
Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made back then. I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the Watchmaker.
Yeah, based on Misha...
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers...
I'm sorry. Perhaps I'll remember more things.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No. We should turn...
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. Up ahead is... Grandpa's study.
The atmosphere in this room feels...
Misha! You finally come!
Reloginho. Meu reloginho.
Lucky! You're here!
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that sea...
Yeah. Whenever he described our world as a fountain. At some point, this ceased to ensure that everyone had land to settle on. On that day, he called me to his study. telling me that he was in. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He said that he knew the crew on the train. And that he had asked them to take me along.
A train?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, he said. As long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then the distant sound of a train whistle.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
Jesus.
This is the dream jigs.
Do you remember?
Hey!
Looks like we're just...
This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Peraí. Estou com a sensação.
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only...
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe, how about we...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my truth. I was born on Lucia. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you...
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky. A young apprentice. And this also marks the beginning of his journey.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he missed the one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. But in the
Algo
end,
que não acaba mais.
you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron, and if I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony. I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of Trailblaze, all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child, and my hat too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Eu vou escolher o desbravamento, legado. Então, legado seria... Sim? De primeira.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's.
In that case, it's you. Then let's proceed together to the.
Tem nada na sala?